I don't really expect people to join because I just popped on, but I am making use of this platform that is here, and I intend to hopefully make more use of it. Thank you for tuning in, even if it is after the fact. Look, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Rosemary. I am a person in long-term recovery with bipolar disorder. I'm an accidental advocate, meaning that I don't consider myself the poster child for bipolar disorder and have thought about pivoting this channel, Brilliance Bipolar, but hey, if anybody's gonna be an advocate for bipolar disorder, whether you landed here because of your own mental health struggles, whether that's with bipolar or depression or other mood disorders, or whether it's because of wanting to support a family member, I think I'm just as well to be somebody to represent it, because overall I'm a fairly stable, well-adjusted person, and nobody's here to speak to the contrary. Anyway, you're welcome to speak up in the comments about that, but I joke. There's a lot of stigma out there, so that's one of the reasons that I'm here. But another reason is just that the world is kind of a crazy place right now, and mental health is hard. Navigating mental illness is hard, whether you have a diagnosis or you're thinking that maybe you ought to be getting treatment, or you've had treatment in the past and you need it, or even if you've had it and lost a provider, because there's also still a shortage of providers out there, and the providers themselves get burned out and they need their own providers. So anyway, I am just here providing a space and letting people know that I am here. This channel, there is still a live person behind here that mostly does a lot of watching and not a lot of posting, but still is out there in the world coaching in a day job with people in recovery. And like I said, I'm an accidental advocate, meaning that, I just I guess at one point in time I didn't really have a choice but to disclose my mental health condition, and it's, I guess, a kind of a privilege to be able to like comfortably be on a platform like YouTube, even though there's 0 people literally watching this live at this point in time, which again, I didn't really expect anybody to tune in live with no notice, and I don't have a lot of subscribers at this point. But if this helps like one person, then I will say it is worthwhile, because if that helps one person and then that one person is, able to get help for themselves that they weren't able to get, then that one person might be able to in turn help other people. That's why I do what I do. But there are people that cannot disclose having mental health struggles and that literally could lose their livelihood because of it. That's been me in the past. That was me in the past. And I understand that. So, but you don't have to do it alone. I also want to make people aware that I do not make my subscriber list public. So if you do subscribe to my channel, none of that should be visible to anybody else, as well as anybody that likes the videos. So if you do find any of my content helpful, I do encourage you to do all the requisite liking and subscribing, because the algorithm likes that, and then it helps other people to find it, and that helps other people that might be struggling with their mental health or struggling to help support a family member or a friend to be able to find things. When I started this channel in 2020, well, it was 2020 and we were all in the midst of some stuff, and I was really aware of there being an impending pandemic of mental illness. Not that it was like new, but just that I could see that it was really worsening. And with all the tragedies, I'll say, in the United States where I live, so many senseless, tragic deaths, shootings, and it's just a reflection of all the mental illness of our whole society. And it's overwhelming. And what can one person do? Well, one person can only do what one person can do. And what this one person is doing is stepping on their limited little platform and just creating a space and just saying, here I am still here, I'm still alive, I'm still trying, I'm still coaching people, and I am still navigating life fairly well as a person with bipolar 1 disorder. I still take medicine every day, a few of them, a couple of them for the bipolar disorder, and then one for ADHD, and one for the thyroid, and one for the arthritis. I'm getting old, so anyway. Maybe one of these days I will go through my long and rambling, tangential, non-edited video content, of which there are 103 videos, and edit them down. I really hate post-production. At least make scripted versions for easier consumption. But for those who dare to dive in, there is a wealth of information in here in this channel about everything from misadventures of what it's like to live with bipolar disorder, what it's been like to be hospitalized, to have Social Security disability and Medicare and Medicaid, and to have gone through all that and not be on all that anymore, and to go through pregnancy and all that without medicine, what it's been like to, what the essentials for me, I think, like Bipolar 101, what I think are the basics to maintain stability with bipolar disorder, how to keep your energy up when you're depressed, in the winter. Coming up, I would like to post a video about what I did when I was so hopelessly insomniac when I was postpartum that I thought I might die if I fell asleep, because I think that might be something relevant to a lot of people. I know that's crazy. I use that word carefully. But I just had an extreme amount of insomnia. So I think that a lot of the content here also is relevant to people that are not just bipolar. Because bipolar is kind of a cool thing in that it crosses a wide spectrum of feelings. And also, I like to think that being bipolar is kind of cool. Yeah, I recognize the privilege that I have of being mildly on the spectrum, I suppose. I also know that some of that is due to the fact that I am sober and I don't use tobacco. So some of that is also due to some things that I have done myself, because those make a really big difference. And because I'm a hopeless optimist that refuses to give up and has a really, really strong sense of purpose and a faith in a higher purpose. And so even when sometimes dealing with mental health symptoms gets scary, at my heart of hearts, and I haven't shared this in a lot of my earlier content, what keeps me from being really, really afraid is like a deep and abiding faith in the, I guess I'll say, like the purpose of the universe. Yeah, it's hard to put that stuff into words. Anyway, so kind of a ramble tangent as usual. That's kind of how I do. But I'm here. I'm glad that you are here. And the light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. I hope this helps. As I said, even if it just helps 1 or 2 or 3 people, that's a beautiful thing. Like it so that somebody else can see it. That would be so appreciated. Let me know what else you would like to see, what else would be helpful. Share it with somebody else if you think it would help them. And stay blessed. Bye.